Steve Phillips navigating mid-November with us. We are handing out awards nightly. Corbin, Carroll, Gunnar, Henderson, unanimous Rookies of the Year. Good morning to you, Steve. I love the conversation in the commercial break that follows, right? Who would you rather have for the next 10 years? Who would you build your franchise around? What's your answer to those questions?
Well, Colonel, I think that I would...
Not you, too. I thought you were nice, Steve. You're on my list.
Wait. Let me tell you what.
Duly noted.
You know how many times I get referenced as Colonel Sanders with the way I look? So you know what? It's nice to share that with somebody.
Baton. Okay.
That's
you and me.
So listen, it's a tough call, right? I think I will go with Corbin Carroll having the better career over the next 10 years. The speed factor, a big part of the difference. One of the things we've talked about is OPS, but adding base running into it, BOPS, I called it. And so that base running factor, the stolen base, is becoming such an important factor. 54 stolen bases compared to 10. I think that separates the two of them. That being said, I think they're both going to be special players. They're both going to be perennial all-stars. And it may end up being that Gunnar Henderson has a better career WAR because his defense is off the chart. You know, one thing about Corbin Carroll is arm strength isn't great. Now, playing in left field, I think he'll get more opportunities if he can play more left field to throw some runners out because they're going to run on him to challenge that arm, but he's got to build that arm strength. But Gunnar Henderson's, whether he's playing shortstop or third base, his offense profiles at either position and his defense profiles at either position. I'm going to give the edge to Corbin Carroll, but I think at the end of 10 years, we're going to look at both these guys and think to ourselves, they're potential future Hall of Famers.
Wow, maybe the answer is C, all of the above. They both seem so confident beyond their years. Of all the changes, Steve, we've seen so far this offseason, and there's been a lot in a short time. Cal Quantrill, designated for assignment, surprised a lot of us around here. What is their plan? Who's taking those starts? What do you know?
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? 2 years ago in 2022, he was 15-5 with like a 3.8 ERA. He was fantastic. But I think they're looking at it, and this is the difficulty that some of the smaller market teams have with deep farm systems. When you trade away your veteran players and bring in prospects, you then accumulate so many players that you don't have enough space on your 40-man roster to protect them. And I think what they've done is they've looked at who they have. Quantrill's sort of the odd man out, and so they're going to trade him in a market where you get controllability, you get cost containment, and a guy who had a terrific season a couple years ago. They're going to look to bring in some younger prospects who they don't have to protect and fortify that farm system. It's one of the challenges small market teams had. We saw the Phillies trade away a prospect to bring back two younger guys because they can't control everybody on their roster. And so this is somewhat sort of managing your 40-man roster that teams are going through right now.
Controllability and that good season still fresh in a lot of people's minds. We're talking about awards, handing them out every night, and there's a banquet for all the winners in January, and there's a lot of talk about how Ronald Acuña Jr. may not be there. He's playing winter ball, and he played it last year. What is this for? Just for fun, right? It's not to...
I played with Bobby Abreu at Caracas.
Yeah. Bobby Abreu and Caracas, D-Row did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just to have fun, right? Not to hone skills. He's got them.
Well, I think that, players are funny the way that their minds work. And so remember, he came off the knee injury. He really wanted to play a lot coming back from that injury. So he played last year, and then he turned it into, a 40-70 season. And so in his mind, he's thinking, I want to do what worked for me last year. So he's jumping right back in. He's working out. He's going to start playing. And I get it. Now, Alex Anthopoulos, the general manager for the Braves, has said, we feel differently about it with pitchers and position players. For a pitcher, we don't really want him to do it. We want to protect and save those bullets in their arm for our season. For position players, we're okay with it. I got to tell you, I looked at it differently. I wouldn't want him putting himself at any risk whatsoever.
I thought the same thing.
I trust he's going to come back, and we've got a chance at a 40-70 season, whether he plays winter ball or not. I would be a little bit less forward with letting him do this, and I would probably say, you know what, why don't you take the winter off and come back ready for next year?
MVP is announced on Thursday. Cy Young tonight. Who wins, Steve? We got to go, but who's your top?
Yeah, Garrett Cole, Blake Snell. I think they both win it, and I think to hand out the hardware, it's over.
Bye, Colonel. Thanks for now.
Okay.
Appreciate it.